Now, more than 5 million viewers tuned into a new series about life on benefits on Monday, but the Channel 4 programme has also sparked hundreds of complaints.
Critics say Benefit Street is irresponsible and tarnishes the reputation of James Turner Street in Birmingham, where it's set. So tonight, a public meeting is going to be held at the local primary school to discuss the issue, and we're going to speak to the founder of the charity which runs that school in just a moment. First, let's have a look at Benefit Street.
Unemployed, unemployed.
You see this street here? James Turner Street was one of the best streets.
Unemployed, unemployed.
No, one of the worst.
James Turner Street in Birmingham is not your average street. There are 99 houses, 13 nationalities, and most of the residents
Penny for the poor.
are claiming benefits.
Probably 5% of people on this road that are working.
But times are getting tougher.
Housing benefit is going to get cut. What kind of nonsense is that?
They're having to learn to get by on less
How are we supposed to live on £50 a week?
and rely on each other more.
If the council won't come and pick it up, we'll do it ourselves. Some guy!
It's mad. It's just like one great big family.
Well, the Reverend Steve Chalk from the Oasis Trust, the charity which sponsors the Oasis Foundry Academy on James Turner Street, joins us now. Good morning. Thanks very much for joining us this morning. This is a 2-year project, so it's not something that's just happened overnight. Is it really unfair?
I think it's really unfair, as you saw just from the little bit of the programme you played out. There are 99 houses, there are 13 nationalities. How many of those families were represented? How many of those nationalities are represented in this programme? Actually, we took on the school on the Monday morning. We've become responsible for the school for the next 125 years. Our task is to work with the community to change the aspirations for these children and to help turn the school round and create hope. And on the Monday evening, this programme went out. And it's not factual, it's called factual. It's a piece of deception, a piece of spin. And just by the fact that there are 99 houses there, and there are 13 nationalities, there are about 7 or 8 in the programme.
Can I just ask you, what is factually incorrect then about it, Steve, from what you've seen so far?
Yeah, well, Bill, it's just not balanced. And what this programme does is it leaves a legacy. Again, in your piece of film there, you say most of the people are on benefits. Well, of course, in an area that's poor, benefits doesn't equal not working. More than 50% of the children get free school dinners.
Steve,
that's a benefit. It doesn't mean their parents aren't working.
Yeah, but it's not untrue to say that surely to say that most of the people are on benefits. I mean, that's a fact that the programme stated.
That's probably true on most streets in the country. Benefits of one sort or the other, disability allowance, etc., etc. Child benefit. These things are very common in our society. It's pulling them together. My main point is this, though, that I think this was spin and deception. I don't think it's factual, and I don't think it's... I know it's not. And so this evening, what I'm going to do in that wonderful school, in that wonderful community, we're going to listen to the real stories of all of the families, the vast, vast majority that were left out. And I call on Channel 4 to give these people the right of reply, the community leaders the right of reply. I think as a country, we've got to seriously ask ourselves the question. Do you know, today I'm going to do various interviews for television crews arriving from other European countries, all to ask the question, why does Britain do this to itself?
Yeah,
why do we allow our media to destroy us?
You say that you want the community to have the right of reply.
Yes.
They were involved, weren't they, and consulted by Channel 4, fully involved in the development of the programme. Where do you think that link broke down?
Well, I think it breaks down on in the editing room, doesn't it? Because you take out everything that's not sensational and you leave in what you think is going to get your audience figures and advertising revenue. This is about money, it's about deception, it's about spin, it's not balanced.
But do you think...
I challenged Channel 4 to just give these people, not me, the leaders of the community, the opportunity to speak for themselves.
Have those involved themselves, the individuals who we've seen on that little bit of film and that we've seen on Benefit Street, do they feel that they are misrepresented?
they feel they're misrepresented, and they feel it was stage managed. For instance, in that first episode, you showed a piece from the first episode, there's some chairs out on the street where the people are just sat lounging. The chairs were moved from another street at the suggestion of the production company. Is that in there? Do you see that? Susanna, Bill, you work in TV. You know TV, the camera can always lie. Stuff is edited out as much as edited in.
The general...
Give these people the right of reply. Will Channel 4 do that?
But you would think that over the course of a full series, this isn't a one-off programme, over the course of a full series, that people would get to have the say. There was another snippet there we saw where a woman said, "We're like one big family."
Yeah. Bill, this family's tearing itself apart now. My concern actually is for the children of this community. This story has been spoken over them. When Channel 4's gone, when we can't even remember, was it Benefits Street or Benefits Road, actually the children in this school will live with the legacy that this story was told about them. As a nation, I think, and as a responsible broadcasting company, Channel 4 has to give this community to tell a better story about themselves. Would you want your child having this legacy over them?
Well,
now,
Steve, the response from Channel 4...
Can I just say that I know in the second episode it was slightly better, but actually the first episode was made to get the audience ratings.
Channel 4
and it told a bad story. Channel
4 say filmed for more than a year. It's a fair and balanced observational documentary, a fair reflection of the reality of life on a street where the majority of households receive benefits, and in an area of Birmingham that's had the highest rate of unemployment in the country for the last 8 years. The series reveals a community where residents know times get tough, they can turn to each other for help. It's sympathetic. I just need to, because you asked for a Channel 4 response. Sympathetic, humane and objective portrayal of how people are coping with continuing austerity, cuts and benefits, and the residents' well-being and security is our top priority. Are Channel 4 invited to your meeting, Steve?
Of course they are. Channel 4 are invited, the local media are invited. There's endless community groups coming. Do you know, Susanna, we work in schools around the country, and I know the next community that Channel 4 are picking on. It's a community called Nunsthorpe in Grimsby, and they're already working. 15 minutes of fame. We sell people this thing. You can be on telly, and then we edit out all of the truth, and we leave the salacious
We're going to have to edit you out now, Steve, because we're out of time.
Thanks, Bill. Thank you very much.
Good to talk to you. Thanks very much.
Reverend Steve Chalk from the Oasis Trust.
It's 90 minutes past 8. Still to come on the programme. The recent